Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant, and welcome back to the channel. The FC25 hype is fully back with winter wildcards, the crazy packs, the crazy players in packs, the daily player SBCs, Evos, all that included is great, but most important of all, guys, it just feels like there's a grind to be had in this game again, with SBCs, with the gameplay, the rewards you get, the players that are in packs, making it all worth it, and the SBCs to put your fodder into. It is a good grind, man. This is the content that we look forward to and we want, and we finally have it back again. It feels like the first time since Thunderstruck and Black Friday that this game is really cooking. Now, on top of all of that, EA confirms some more huge changes that are upcoming next week during this promo. Guys, rewards are getting a whole new overlooking and a whole new boost, and some things with FUT champs are changing as well. So that's huge. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. We had so much content to cover yesterday. We got to get into that now, but look forward to as well what content is coming today. We still have more to come. So if you're excited for it, guys, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Let's dive into that content with the objectives where, you know what, we got stuff that we expected, right? The daily play, but there's some interesting parts about this, right? You have the winter wildcards play. This is the kind of its own set alone play objective mode where you do get one of the promo cards, Javi, for free. A 20 game loan for him, which is a full FUT champs plus qualifiers. It's a really good card. He's like 300 to 400k on the market, and he's got 2 playstyle pluses. It doesn't show there until you click it on the card, but this is one of the cheapest 2 playstyle plus cards that you can get on this game. What a player. Awesome card. They give that out for free. You also get the Frankowski in here. He's got 99 pace. You can use him as a right back and as a left back. Not great for the weak foot though. But this is a nice little objective here with some cool packs. Then you get into the daily play games, which is kind of like the daily play that we normally think of. Play 3 games a day. Get in here for some good completions, some good packs. This is a part of the good grind that we talk about though, right? Where you just get on the game, play a few games every day. You're getting rewards towards squad battles, rivals, champs. You're getting extra packs alongside of that. Those extra packs help you craft the daily SBCs and all the other upgrades that we have right now. It's cooking, right? That's objectives. Let's go to Evos, where we had not one, but two good Evos, and then 2 cosmetic Evos as well. Firstly, let's look at the Winter Wildcards Evos. We have Winter Wingback and we have Defensive Minded, both for defensive players with the boost that they give. Now, when you look at these Evos, you're like, okay, Nate, that's not that big of a boost. And you're right. It's not that big of a boost. It's not a super crazy Evo. It does give playstyle plus a bruiser. It gives block, gives some strength, some stand tackle and stuff like that. It's, again, good in a chain. It seems to be the way EA releasing Evos right now is they don't want to take players from like an 85 to an 88. They want you to take your players from an 85 to an 86 and then put multiple Evos along the way, which has its perks, but also maybe its downsides as well. We also have the Winter Wingback Evo, which actually, as you'll see here in a second, some people are actually chaining Winter Wingback and Defensive Minded together. And once again, I think this Evo is the better of the two. You get Jockey, you get Long Ball Pass, Wingback plus, a weak foot upgrade, and a boost all around the card. But the stat limits here are kind of what hold this Evo back. So one thing we all like though for sure is that you get an actual Winter Wildcards dynamic card design there. That is freaking sick. And as you can see here, there's some pretty big players that fit into these Evos, like Dalot, who maybe you packed. I packed this card yesterday, 2 days ago actually, from being in the re-release, or maybe I packed it from a campaign pick. I don't remember where I got him, but we have this Dalot, and he looks pretty sick. This is a very usable card. A lot of people like him. He gets an upgrade as an already good item. And then there's some other cards that you can actually put into both of the 2 Evos from yesterday, like Hakimi goes into Winter Wingback, gets an all-around boost, and then goes into Defensive Minded and gets to an even better card. But that's a sizable upgrade there. You're taking 78 physical on Hakimi to 90 and 75 defending to 86. That's the perfect card for this type of Evo. A defender who maybe has a lot of pace. Frimpong's another great example. Oh my goodness, look at that. That Frimpong looks tasty, man. With boosted defense and physical on a card who's usually less physical and with less defending as a right back, but still very good in game. That's where I think these 2 Evos can actually shine as they're paired together. Now, those Evos are fine. They're good. There's definitely going to be more Evos coming that are hopefully, more heavy hitting in a sense as well, right? But The real Evo that is making things go crazy is this one, bro. What an evolution. I know it's 25,000 coins and it's only cosmetic, and personally, I've packed absolutely nothing that feels worth this Evo right now. But what a car design. Winter Wonderland 2, it brings the red foot miss vibes back. I think this is the best Evo yesterday, if I'm being completely honest. Evidently as well, some people said that it actually makes noise in game. I don't know if it's when you score a goal or I don't know what it is, but I think it's for both of these. Like there's some sort of sound that happens in game. I can even hear it a little bit when I move my, I don't know. You guys have to tell me if you noticed that or not, but that's kind of cool for that one. I know it's 25,000 coins for each, but that's pretty freaking sick, let's be honest. So Evos, I think, is something that I'll hopefully see, and we will hopefully see them build on this weekend during this promo and into the next week. But I think that's a solid start, specifically with those two Evos combined and a few players like we just looked at. Now let's go to SBCs, where we had, honestly, two good SBCs, but once again, not heavy hitters. We'll talk about that in a second. First of which is Leroy San. 5-star weak foot boost here for him, which is huge. Of course, he had the 2-star weak foot before. We talked about this card yesterday. Finesse plus with the 5-star, being able to play on the left and the right. It's a really good card. Really good card. He's got rapid, quick step. I actually played against him today in Foot Champs, and he kind of cooked me, I'll be honest. His finesse was crazy. The inside forward on the right side is great. Left mid as well. He's got inside forward plus, and he's got winger plus on the right side too. Again, the playstyles are good. The stats are good. The best part about it, though, is definitely the price. You're looking at a Leroy San who's only 156,000 coins. Basically, do your 82 times 14 SBC 3 times for 2 days, basically, and you're going to have the fodder to do this Leroy San. So easy. Especially, like, once again, we talk about the grind on the menus. With the packs, you can get in objectives, the SBC, the crafting upgrade, the extra packs you get for that. It's cooking right now. This SBC is virtually free, if you want to look at it that way. So that's a great card, and a lot of people are doing it. You look at the thumbs up here, very thumbs up card. I know a lot of people say, Nate, just look at Olise. You know, Bayern won, so he's going to get another upgrade here as an 89. He's going to end up going, as they just won this last match, he's going to end up going to 2 more playstyles added to his card and a roll plus. So maybe that makes this card better for you than Sane if you already have it. But you can tell people are doing Sane because it's a usable version of him, links to a lot of cards in people's teams, and cards like this Kimmich and Harry Kane Road to the Knockouts, your Bayern links, have gone up a lot. But again, this is making these cards very overpriced in a market where a lot of prices are dropping. So if you have some of these, probably sell in the hype here over this weekend, as this might be a peak for some of these Bayern linking players. So that was the Sane SBC. It's a good one. I'm tempted to do it, but kind of what we're going to talk about here with the Socrates SBC, I don't want to commit my fodder. I saved a lot of packs for yesterday, opened them all, didn't get anything super crazy, had some good pulls, but got a lot of fodder, right? I just don't know if I want to commit to either of these two cards yet, but that's kind of the conversation here with Socrates. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. He got the boost, right? It's the exact same card as the one that was leaked. I actually tried out the loan, and I had a good amount of fun with the loan. I played 3 games. He scored 6 goals, had 3 assists. It actually surprised me how decent he was. His power shots were insane. His passing was great. I didn't get a Trivella, but I was trying to. His dribbling was okay. Yeah, he's a little bit clunky. The 80 agility, the 83 agility, 80 balance, 96 composure is pretty crazy. He's got some crazy jams since he's tall. The tackle backs with him are really wild. He's a good card. He's a good card, and he's not a big price either. Only 9 squads. So, of course, you've got the bronze, the silver, and the 84 rated loan. Then you go 85, 86, 87, 88, and another 88 to end it off. It's only 454,000 coins. When you look at this player at how much he would probably be on the market, where the rest of the Winter Wildcards icons are priced, that's probably where he'd be on the market, maybe even a little undervalued of where he would be. I know he only has 1 playstyle plus, and again, that's one of the things where I'm like, if we're transitioning into a 2 playstyle plus scenario in this game, maybe I want to hold my fodder for something better that could be coming out. But then again, fodder is free-flowing right now at this stage of the game with everything, like we mentioned, with the grind. So if you want to do this SBC and get him done, I say go for it because he is pretty cheap to do. I know a lot of you guys can probably just run through that SBC really quickly as well with all of the packs that were opened yesterday. So that was the SBC content. We also had a Team of the Week upgrade, which is cool, and the normal refresh of all, the daily login, the 82 times 14, and all that great stuff that we love. But those were released on Thursday. So let's talk about the team that is in packs, guys. The full promo team. Of course, we have the best of, and we have all the Winter Wildcards. We have all of them, man. I don't know if there's a mini release coming today or not, because there's no other players that are leaked. All the players that were leaked, EA dropped yesterday. And to be fair, This is a pretty good team, man. It is a really good team, and I think a lot of us were shocked. At least I was really shocked to see how supplied these cards were on the market from the get-go. Sure, there were a lot of safe packs yesterday for sure, but when you go and look at the market of these players, and a guy like the center back Erling Haaland, who I think we figured would be, multiples of millions of coins, he's only like 1.8, 1.9 mil. The cards are fluctuating a lot in value, but we saw pages and pages and pages of supply when these cards were first put onto the market yesterday, as people were opening a bunch of packs. And by the number of people tweeting me the insane pulls that they have had, I kid you not, guys, I've seen at least 4 or 5 people tweet me the 15 mil extinct 95 Big Bro R9 yesterday. And a lot of people tweeting me cards like the Haaland, tweeting me cards like Di Natale, Aldo Weyburn, which are still really good pulls. I'm not going to say the pack weight's good because it didn't happen to me. But, with all these cards in packs and all the stuff that I'm seeing, I mean, it's not bad. It could be worse. Like we said yesterday, too, this promo is very top heavy and bottom heavy, right? There's not a whole lot in the middle. You've got Lookman, who's somehow 300,000 coins. I know he's got 99 dribble, but look at his play styles. I think he should be like half that price personally. You got a lot of cards that are really expensive. The Vinny, the Hansen, the Frankie de Jong. Look at this price disparity here between the de Jong that doesn't have the good playstyles and the one that has 99 passing and the good playstyles. You got a lot of top tier and a lot of fodder. And this is all that I was packing yesterday. But even the fodder, as you'll call it, Icardi with 99 shooting with finesse plus. That's a fun card, right? Orban and Gehi. If you compare this Gehi to the Konate that just dropped at level 35 in the season, they're not that far off, and this is only 16,000 coins with a 5-star weak foot. There's some real gems that are in this fodder section of this team as well. I packed Sergio Gomez yesterday, and I was like, hold up, that's a pretty sick-looking card. 4-star skills, if he had a 4-star weak foot, it'd be better, but he's got a plus-plus roll. He's got the whipped pass plus, and he's 85 and above in every stat except for physical. That's a really solid card. So it's kind of what we talked about, and what I was a little bit worried about going forward market-related is I'm just worried for some of those older out-of-pack specials because the new cards that are coming in, SBCs, the evolutions that we're going to get, and even the fodder players in these Winter Wildcards promo teams are kind of pushing the power curve. Now, speaking of the power curve, yes, we have these 2 Playstyle Plus players. I want to mention some things here really quick because if you're on the market this weekend, something to watch for is these cards, sometimes people get confused. We saw it twice yesterday where this Frankie de Jong and one other card, Frankie de Jong, the cheap version's 1.4 mil. The expensive version is 3.4 mil. We saw yesterday a Frankie de Jong expensive version with 99 passing listed up for the price of this one. So 2 million coins lower than what it would actually sell for in the market. There's going to be snipes and opportunities like that because people will mistakenly see the cards and, list it up for the wrong price. It's going to happen with the players like Vinny, like De Jong, like Haaland, and Carlos Alberto, who both have multiple versions. Now, if you're struggling to figure out how to search these on the market, make sure you search with the quality and then the position. So like if I want to search for the Frankie de Jong, I have to search center mid to see this one with the Tiki Taka Plus and the incisive. If I just want to see the center defensive mid one, the cheaper one, then I'll just search for this one. If you're trying to get snipes, you wouldn't want the position on there, but that's kind of how you can search the market and find the cards that have multiple positions and multiple versions. So yeah, that was pretty crazy with the promo team yesterday, seeing how much they were getting packed. And, we've been really closely watching the store because we just came a couple of weeks ago from Black Friday where the store packs, and we talked about it a lot yesterday on stream, the store packs were the main thing, right? And you know what? EA dropped some good ones yesterday, but they weren't that crazy. Like, we didn't have insane lightning rounds, insane promo card packs that just destroyed the market in terms of prices. Maybe EA is holding on to those packs right now that really crashed the market during Black Friday. They haven't released them yet. We did have the 10 and the 30 coin pack yesterday. I've already opened them, so they're not here. Make sure you go and check those out. Those are obviously 100% worth doing. And of course, there's a lot of packs inside of here. The one that I will mention, because a lot of people have talked about it, is this 120,000 coin Crash the Box pack. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's worth it, but it is 41% chance of a Winter Wildcards player. It's only 120K, which in terms of a risky store pack isn't that crazy. It's an 85 plus times 5 with 2 players to have a guaranteed 85 pace and 80 shooting. I've just heard a little bit about that pack. I have not opened it. I don't plan to, at least right away. That's one thing I wanted to mention. There's also a guaranteed Winter Wildcards pack too. I think it's 375,000 coins. Oh, and we have to talk about this one. Mode Mastery. This is your 3 tokens that EA said they were going to put in the store from the mode mastery that is going on right now with the season. 300,000 coins, guys, for a Rivals, Champs, and Squad Battles Mastery player. That is a lot of coins. And it seems like a big pill to swallow, spending 300,000 coins on 3 tokens, because you're not even getting meta players or a chance at meta players. It's 3 tokens, right? Well, if you kind of look at it this way, if you get yourself 3 tokens, if there was an 83 times 30 pack in the store, that's what 3 tokens is, right? At 83 times 30, would that be worth 300K? By EA's store value of packs, it kind of is, especially if you're going to get 3 more tokens to get yourself an 85 times 20, which of course, if I buy that store pack, I have 3 more tokens that I'm going to be getting, plus maybe 3 from the store. So I'm either going to do an 8330 or an 8520. That's where the conversation comes in. But 300,000, man, that is a lot of coins for those tokens. And I think we're in the last full week of getting these tokens too. So that's one thing I wanted to mention, because I mean, we knew it was going to be expensive, but gosh, that was really expensive. So as we talk about promo cards and as we talk about lightning rounds and the cards on the market for winter wildcards and their prices, I think really what we have to watch out for is just what lightning rounds EA release. And just remember that if you're trading with these cards, we traded with some of them yesterday, it's just always a little bit extra risky, because you never know when EA is going to drop an insane pack in the store, and then boom, that's going to supply a whole bunch of cards, because when people see insane packs, they open them. So that's kind of the promo team that is in packs. Let's talk about the market a bit more with how prices moved yesterday, because since we had so many saved up packs, that created a whole bunch of panic right after content when this stuff was being opened, and you had player prices falling, everything that was in packs, right? Remember when Modric was 90K yesterday and we were like, wow, he's down a lot. Yeah, he's 40,000 coins now. Anything that is in the winter best of re-release or the cards that are in packs got absolutely cooked. But some stuff, like we talked about, the rare, the meta, the out of packs, a guy like Hierro, 340K. Look at his price yesterday, right? He was 300 before content. Sorry, he was 300 before content. This is his graph from yesterday. Went all the way down to 270 during the panic. And then, like we talked about, some cards were going to have those rebounds because people got coins from opening their packs, and zoom, he goes straight back up to 340,000 coins. But a lot of the market too still looks like this. A guy like Joe Cole, who, if you had this guy in your team, maybe Sane goes in your team, or maybe you pack somebody better or put somebody into an Evo that's now better than Joe Cole. He's gone from 140,000 coins down to 100K. So this is the part of the market that still worries me, and I don't think is going to have great potentials for rebounds over the next couple of days or even weeks on this game. This is a 2-week promo. The best of cards are in packs for 2 weeks. A lot of people have been asking me, Nate, I packed Valverde. When should I sell? Or I packed this Dembele. When should I sell? Well, I would sell it soon. I really would, because if you think about a guy like Fede Valverde, he's going to get continuously supplied from not just packs in the store, but from reward packs and from people opening packs for the next couple of weeks. I know that he went from 1.4 down to 1.1 with the initial release, went 1.2 down to 1 mil. He's 920K in the huge pack spam yesterday, and it's now back up a little bit, but he's probably going to be 8, maybe even 750,000 coins by the time we get into next week. He really could be, especially with more SBCs coming out. We have some big names that could be center midfielders. We have guys with 2 playstyle pluses now that are being released in the midfield too. I think you got to be really careful about that. So the market was a madness yesterday, but if you did kind of go into the out of packs cards, you probably made some coins. I flipped one of my favorite cards to flip, Suarez. We bought him at like 370 and sold him at 410,000 coins. And then, of course, some of these other rare meta cards rebounded well too. And these cards were very low in the first 30 minutes. First 30 minutes, that's one thing to remember. And I'm always bad about remembering this because, you know, there's so many things going on when a new promo drops. But in that first hour, at least, of when a promo drops like this, where people save packs, same thing's going to happen for Team of the Year. And it's a little different for Team of the Year, but it kind of goes the same way. The stuff that's in packs gets just supplied so much, and then it rebounds really, really well. I think the biggest, you know, rebound that we had yesterday that's noticeable to me at least was the Javi. Javi was 220,000 coins, and he went all the way to 400K. Crazy, crazy movements there. Even a guy like Lacazette was 60K. Now he's 84,000 coins just because of pure pack supply in the beginning. And then prices moving up a lot from there. Now, prices that didn't move up a lot, we got to talk about this part of the market. SBC Fodder absolutely cooked. Because once again, what do we say? We were looking at fodder yesterday on the video and saying, well, it's probably going to get supplied and it's going to drop. I think I even said that 90 rated were going to go below 20K, which they did. They're slightly back up now. But it was really the SBCs that we didn't have leaked that looked crazy expensive. Like during Black Friday, we had Cruyff, we had Vinny Player of the Month. We had no SBCs like that, and the SBCs we got yesterday were cheap, right? Under 500K for both of them. So fodder is down horrendous. It's even lower as EA are not giving us SBCs that are like that upper tier, upper echelon player that is requiring the high rated squad. So we still don't have that yet, and that's why fodder is dirt cheap. However, I know a lot of people made a lot of coins yesterday buying fodder during that supply. 86s were under 5K, like 4.6, 4.7K. 87s were at 7K flat. 88s you could win at like 9K. And, you know, all this fodder was really cheap. I still think it was a good investment because you don't even need it to go up very much. Let's say EA drop 1 or 2 good SBCs and actually bring out some 89 and 90 rated squads. Yeah, you're going to see it go up. But it's the same story that we've been looking at this entire year. You're waiting for EA to actually release good SBCs. So that was all the content from yesterday. Of course, the madness of the packs, the madness of the market is making things move around like crazy. But let's look forward to what could be next, because obviously we're looking forward to today on Saturday. What's our daily player SBC? EA didn't go out and tweet themselves that we're getting daily player SBCs, but it says here in this little info box, discover exciting content like daily winter wildcard SBCs. So we still have that list of players leaked. We don't have all of them yet though. We don't even have, like we had last year, we don't have a calendar, guys. We were hoping that EA was going to release us a nice calendar that we could follow day by day. They did not do that this year. Instead, they decided to drop a promo graphic, I guess, with an icy cold Winter Wildcards card design. Anyways, we'd love a graphic like this. That made it kind of annoying in one sense because we knew what was coming. There wasn't any surprise factor. But there's no surprise factor anymore either with leaks. So it was kind of nice to know the schedule last year, I'll be honest. However, looking at these leaked set of player SBCs, since we had 2 yesterday, that takes Socrates and Sane off the list. And Frankowski was in objectives, so it's Nuno Mendes, Zé Roberto, Forlan, and Makalele. Those are the only leaked player SBCs that we have right now. And if we're getting 1 per day for the next 2 weeks, there's still going to be some leaks incoming. Now, we have official stats for Nuno Mendes and for Forlan, so I think that either of those 2, and Makalele actually, so I think it'd be one of those 3 next. One of those 3 coming today. If we get Nuno Mendes, what are you going to see? Probably some PSG links would go up, and other left backs maybe would drop, because he's always a very hype left back in this game, even though PSG links aren't as crazy. Makalele, if he's boosted, well, he's probably going to be another cheaper card as an SBC. Not going to be that insane, but again, maybe kind of like Socrates, where he's like 300,000 to 400,000 coins and just a really solid card that you could use. Same thing with Forlan. The real one, though, is Zé Roberto. I think now, we talked about it yesterday, but the more that I see these leaks, Zé Roberto is the one that excites me the most because he's the one that EA could juice up the most because we don't have the official stats for it yet. And of course, that leaves me thinking too, as this card's up 100,000 coins from where he was yesterday. He was 440, 430. Now he's up to 540. What other cards are going to be leaked? That's the big question, right? That's the caveat going into the next couple of days in this game. The player SBCs, kind of like last week, the Evos were the focus. This week, it's the player SBCs. What is going to be deserving of our fodder? Now, of course, we're going to have other upgrade packs that will come out too, like the 86 plus base heroes going away on Sunday. We're going to have an icon pack replace that. Shoot, we could even have an icon pack coming today. That could absolutely be a part of Saturday content. Happened during Black Friday, right, where we had the icon released on a Saturday, and then I think the hero was either on the Sunday or it was also on Saturday too. If we do get an icon pack, it'll be the 87 plus base or Centurions, because that pack was added to the code. Not that I think that's a really good icon pack, because out of the Centurions icons, what do you have? You've got Beckham that you would really want. Maybe you've got Foudy and Van der Sar. There's not a lot of big Centurions icons, but it would be an 87 plus icon pack. So some of those other more fodder icons wouldn't be included into it. But definitely watch out for the player SBC today. Not in a way that it's going to move fodder, but in a way that is it maybe a player that you actually want to craft. Now, before we talk a little more market at the end, let's close here with the Winter Wildcards conversation and content, because EA on their website yesterday didn't do us any favors into what's coming with this promo, but more so of what's coming after it. Season 4, starting next Thursday, is going to be called Strength in Numbers, and that is also going to feature the numero foot players, which we finally learned what they are. Numero foot is actually not coming out during Winter Wildcards. It's going to be the next campaign after Winter Wildcards. It's going to be the next promo after that. So that'll be one of those things that'll lead us into Team of the Year. They're going to be a part of the season ladder, which is pretty interesting. And they are going to be heading to England for the World Tour. So English World Tour players, kind of how we've had Spanish, we've had French, and we've had Argentinian so far. It's going to be England next. But this is the big part about it. Firstly, the mode rewards. They're going to be introducing changes to champs, rivals, and squad battle rewards. And they say these updates will replace the Mode Mastery program for Season 4, allowing you to earn campaign guarantee packs and picks by competing at a high level or simply playing the game the way you prefer. That is guaranteed promo cards in Weekend League, Rivals, and or Squad Battle Rewards. That is a W. I mean, imagine Winter Wildcards players in rewards, or maybe the numero foot cards, right? That's freaking sick. So we really look forward to seeing how that's going to be implemented. And they're making, like we said in yesterday's video, champs qualifiers easier. They want more people in FUT champs, guys. Instead of 3 wins out of 6, it's 2 wins out of 5 games. So it's going to be easier to get into FUT champs, which is especially helpful because they're extending FUT champs. It is now going to be starting later, but running for an extra 24 hours. Remember how they did this during Team of the Season last year? It's going to start 7 p.m. UTC, which is going to be an hour after content, I believe. I have to double check that, but 7 p.m. UTC is the start of the FUT champs on Fridays, so it starts late, but then it's going to run until Tuesday at 8 a.m., which is a 24-hour increase in time on the normal FUT champs, which is so nice. I know FUT champs is only 15 games this year, so it's like, why do we need the extra time? It's not that many games. But it's kind of the peace of mind. If your gameplay is bad, turn it off, try again later when you have more time. You have that extra day to get it done. That is super, super dope. So, and then there's a little bit more info in here, which we'll dive into later on as we get more packs added to the code about the actual rewards that are going to be released, especially with division rivals and squad battles. So that's a huge change though, right? They're making it easier to qualify for champs. They're giving better rewards with guaranteed promo cards. That'll give us more motivation to play some of these game modes as well and to chase and feel like we're getting, rewards that progress along with the game as we progress too. Let's talk about market a little bit more because I know some of you guys are going to be interested in buying some of these Winter Wildcard players. I know some of you guys bought cards for your team yesterday. Again, I think we stay very careful with investing in too much right now, especially with all the player SBCs that are going to be coming out. But Winter Wildcard players have a lot of hype, especially these guys with 2 playstyle pluses. I think what we'll see is, depending on the store packs, this is all dependent upon what store packs EA drop, because that could change the landscape of these cards in the market at any time. Probably going to see a bit of a rise into today. That's normal. We saw it last year with Winter Wildcards, and think about it. People are going to want to wake up today on Saturday and try out these new cards. The game is hype right now. It's kicking. You want to try out the new players like Danny Parejo, center back, 22,000 coins. Why not, right? Center mid, center back card there. Declan Rice with the 2 playstyle pluses. I think people are going to try these cards out today, early Saturday. I bet we see a rise. Then we see a drop heading into the evening, and it probably will be a pretty significant drop. That's normally what happens on Saturdays, and I think that's going to happen again this Saturday as well. I think that's your general market movement for today, especially with the promo cards. So if you're going to do, try out some players today, try to buy them early, like morning time UK, and then sell them a couple hours before content just to be safe. But these cards are a mixture of rare and supplied at the same time. And we know that they got supplied a lot with the saved up packs. So there's a lot of supply that's like seemingly out there. So I think we have to be a little bit more careful with these. And then, like I said, too, you have the added kind of variable of the store pack. So it's going to be really interesting to watch how these cards move today. They will be really good to trade with, though, especially any of the ones with 2 playstyle pluses, whether it's cheap like a Javi and like a Declan Rice who's only like 500,000 coins, or whether it's somebody like Eden Hazard who's got the same dynamic image as his FIFA 19 Team of the Season card. Absolutely incredible. That one is just like throwback right there. It's super duper sick. So definitely keep a watch on those cards today. And for the out of packs market too, I think you'll see a bit of the same trend. If prices get real low, Friday night, tonight into like early Saturday morning, today as well, kind of the same time, I think you can have some opportunities to flip there as well. Saturday mornings on the market are usually a really good time because people are waking up and playing FUT champs. But man, it's just exciting to be back on this game again is the way to best describe it, right? The crafting upgrade, I'm seeing people get good pulls from that. This is the one thing we do need. The daily gold upgrade. to come back today. EA, please refresh that daily gold upgrade and the bronze and the silver. We need that back. If they re-release those, the crafting upgrade will be a piece of cake for the rest of the time that it is out, and we will have no problem getting that done, and it'll be so much more worth it. If we have to scrap and claw to get gold commons, that'll be annoying. But guys, that's going to be the video for today. Hopefully we get some more leaks on player SBCs. Keep glued to Twitter for that. I don't usually post a whole lot of leaks, but we will definitely be watching on Twitter to see if we get some big leaks for upcoming cards for Winter Wildcards. But man, it feels good to grind this game again. Best of luck with your packs. If you get anything sick, tweet me, because I just put out a pack a little bit ago that my best pull of Winter Wildcards was Cheeks, and then a lot of you guys responding with your insane pulls down below. Send me your insane pulls to give me more hope for my pack luck throughout this weekend. But if you enjoyed this one, drop a thumbs up on it, comment below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in a video tomorrow. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great weekend. Peace.